Hey guys, welcome back to Burst TV. My name is Nancy Tran, registered dental hygienist and Burst Senior Ambassador. Today's topic, we're going to talk about something that you either have experienced as a child, as a parent, or even a dental professional addressing pediatric patients and their parents. And that topic today is thumb sucking. At what point do we determine whether it's a natural instinct or if it becomes a behavioral habit? Today's segment will help you guys understand when it needs to be intervened and how we can help our patients or our little ones and not really rely on thumb sucking. So thumb sucking is a natural instinct. So if we ever notice our ultrasounds in the womb, my daughter has been sucking her thumb on every ultrasound that we've seen while she was in the womb before she was born. And she still carries that habit today. And normally it's just a natural instinct of self-soothing. And that's normal in babies and infants. And there's a time that we need to be able to wean them from these habits. And that time is normally between the ages of 2 to 4, and that happens naturally. As a dental professional and a hygienist, I like to talk to parents and reach that milestone of weaning the patients off of their habits before the age of 4. So normally at 3 years old, that's a good time to actually have the conversation and see if the parents are ready to commit to trying different regimens and routines at home to reward the kids and get them to be less dependent on their thumb sucking or finger or hand sucking habits. And the main reason is because it actually affects their jaw development. At that age, between the ages of 2 and 4, soft palate and hard palate area is more soft. So depending on the pressure that they're putting against the back of those teeth, that can cause the teeth to flare out and leave them with an open bite and misalignment of the teeth if we don't intervene before it becomes a long-term habit. And the reason why is because there's a lot of blood flow in those areas. Blood supply and blood flow means that there's a lot of constant remodeling that's happening. So that pressure that we're putting up there, if we can't break that habit, it's going to be harder to intervene and more expensive, more costly. And it's something that happens. We can't really do anything as far as pacifiers and thumb sucking habits before that age. We tell parents that it's normal. It's their way of self-soothing and self-comforting. So today's segment, we're going to kind of go over different things that you guys can try over the counter, and at what point do we need to look into making a game plan with our dental professional and our orthodontist to help intervene with habit appliances and what those habit appliances look like and what they do. And hopefully we'll be able to break this segment into 2 parts. Part 1 is just kind of going over the thumb sucking habits and the products. And then hopefully for part 2, I'll be able to work with some other dental professionals who are experiencing it themselves with their kids or who have successfully weaned their kids. So they'll be able to give you guys a better review of different products that they will be using or how they successfully got their kids to wean off. Okay, so let's just say that you're a parent who's ready to start that journey of weaning your child off of their thumb sucking. What can we do? Where do we start? And what are good products to even try or use? I've done a wide search of different products that are out there. So there's different things as far as little solutions that you can put on the kids' fingers or their fingernails. There's also little thumb guards or finger guards that will help and prevent the kids from finding that comfort to want to suck their fingers or their thumbs anymore. And then there's also braces that you can apply on their arms and their hands to prevent them from actually reaching their thumb to their mouth. And then last but not least is going to be your habit appliance, which is more involved. You have to work with a dental professional and an orthodontist, get the child fitted, take impressions, and then have it cemented. And then it can actually cause a lot of discomfort to the thumb when you're actually trying to go in there and kind of zap the fingers from wanting to go up there. It also protects the soft palate too. So let's start with the gels or the solutions that would prevent the kids from wanting to put their fingers in their mouth because it tastes bad. One of the most popular nail deterrents that's recommended by pediatric dentists is going to be the brand Mavala. Mavala is a massage oil that you actually apply and paint on the fingernails, and I personally have never tried it. So I guess I'll paint it on my fingers and we can kind of get a reaction on that. It's supposed to kind of give the kids a taste aversion and not want them to put their fingers in their mouth anymore, but just because it tastes bad. I really don't taste much. It does give your tongue a little tingle though, so I mean, I don't know if I'm doing it right, but it smells good. Okay, moving on. So Mavala is recommended for ages 3 and up. So let's just say you're a parent that wants to start your journey earlier in something more natural or homeopathic for your kids. There is a brand which is called Thum Thum No Thumb. It's for ages 2 and up, and it's the same thing. Their packaging comes in a tube like this, and it's natural and safe for kids. So I guess it is also dentist approved. It comes out as a little clear gel. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my finger. So it says for children's 2 and older, wash thumb and fingers with warm water and soap. Apply a liberal amount and rub evenly over the entire thumb, including the cuticle around the fingernail. Reapply as needed. So the inactive ingredient is bitter green grass, citric acid, potassium sorbate, water, and xanthan gum. Now this one actually has more of a yucky smell. And definitely a lot more bitter. And I can't believe I'm sucking my thumb or licking my thumb in front of a camera for all of you guys to watch. But yeah, I can see this working for little kids. And if it's natural, I love natural, so this is a good alternative. The next item or over-the-counter item that I really thought was really fun and kind of attractive. The price point was great, but it's called the Nip It Hand Stopper, and it's actually #1 recommended by dentists. And what this does is it's pretty much a brace that you put on your child's arm that restricts their movement so they can still do their daily functions as far as eating and playing and doing whatever little kids do. It just stops that thumb or the fingers from reaching their mouth. It comes with amazing resources. It's a success program that you can actually access online. You have your Velcro straps, and then you also have zip ties, which I thought is crazy. The zip ties actually help reinforce and prevent the kids from undoing the Velcro straps. It does come with your parental guide and super success program overview. So it seems like they actually have a program that's researched and set in stone to show that what helps and what works. It does have a calendar and reward stickers. So this is just something that I think would be pretty cool. But the #1 thing is to say, have realistic expectations. So of course I can't fit this on my finger, so I'm super excited for one of our parents in part 2 to try this for their kids and see how it works. You also have here a popular one that dental professionals has probably recommended to their kids and their patients is going to be your thumb guard. So this thumb guard is BPA free, and it actually is ambidextrous, so it works for both left and right hands. And I love the fact that you have the reusable adjustable strap, and it can go from one height to the other. There's another popular brand out there called Thumb Guard, and that's going to be a little bit more costly. It's, I want to say $60 or $70, and they don't have reusable armbands. The armbands that you have to purchase specifically for those guards are like those plastic theme park bands, and I didn't like that for patients having to buy that, especially if the thumb sucking habit doesn't vanish overnight. If it's something that you have to work on long term, it can be pretty expensive. So this one is easy to clean, and it's adjustable, and it works for both left and your right hand. This one is for the thumb. They do make one that actually goes over multiple fingers as well. So this one here is called the Dr. Finger, and you can purchase this on Amazon, but if you Google it, you can find it in other stores too. The cost for this one is probably less than $20, so it's worth trying, especially if you're desperate to see whether or not your kids can break that habit. Now, once you've tried all of these over-the-counter products and you're still needing help, this is a perfect time to actually bring it up to your dental professional if you haven't already. So as a dental professional, every hygiene visit that I have with my pediatric patients, I go over dietary habits and behavioral habits with the parents and the kids. So at your dental appointment, you can make realistic expectations and set milestone goals and determine when is a good time to have professional intervention. Professional intervention will be what the dentist or the dentist referring you to an orthodontist to get a habit appliance. There's different habit appliances out there, but specifically for thumb sucking, it's called a crib appliance. The crib appliance is pretty much impressions made that are specific to your child's mouth, and they create an appliance that is cemented to the back molars. It's wired, and it also has a little metal crib or a cage, so to speak, that's fixed onto the back end of the front teeth. And what that cage does is it prevents the soft palate and the flexible bone up there from being pushed out with the thumb. Not only does it protect the soft palate and the teeth, but it also it doesn't give the kid that suckling comfort when they put their thumb up there because of that metal. It gives the kid pushback. So when you have pushback, that tends to not make you not want to do it anymore. So a lot of times these appliances are custom fit, and they're often checked just to kind of check how they are doing, the habits, following up, and making sure that the device is not being tampered with. I've had a patient in my younger years as a hygienist. She actually broke the metal crib because her thumb just continued to push up there. The soldering that kept the appliance and that cage together completely broke. So at these times, you're kind of desperate. I actually went on Google and I printed out a before and after photo of what happens if you do not break your thumb sucking habit. And it pretty much showed a photo of a child her age, her before and after photos of what the teeth look like, misaligned, crossbite, and flared out, and it did not look pretty. So as a young girl who was starting her preteen years, she did not want to go through that, and especially with the father struggling financially, she did not want to put her dad through having to put her in braces. Unfortunately, the dad did go home and tape that photo on her restroom mirror, and a few weeks later at her follow-up appointment, he came back and thanked me, saying that she broke that habit because she didn't want to have ugly teeth as a young girl. So hopefully this segment actually helps you guys give some insight, and as a parent, to not freak out too much, because thumb sucking is a natural instinct, but you want to be able to kind of gauge and make plans for the right time to intervene and start weaning the child off of their thumb sucking habits. So hopefully stay tuned for part 2, where we actually have hands-on dental professionals as parents who try these items with their kids and give you feedback on what works and what didn't work, and any parent who has successfully weaned their kids in the past, kind of going over their experiences. And then if you as a Burst TV watcher have any insight or any suggestions on what worked for your kids or what worked for you, any stories, we would love to hear it. Drop it in the comments. If you have not subscribed to Burst TV, please do for future segments. Looking forward to connecting with you soon.